Welcome to webwatchworld.com. This is something a bit different. It's a quick look at the Traser Black Storm Pro, a supposedly limited edition quartz watch from Traser that's still available for sale. For more details and information on this watch and many more, please visit webwatchworld.com. The Black Storm Pro is a Traser watch, and Traser uses tritium tubes for nighttime illumination. There's not all that much to say about a quartz watch, but this one is a pretty cool military-style dive watch. It comes on a rubber dive strap, but I have it on this black NATO strap, which gives it a rather sinister look that I think looks pretty cool. The Black Storm Pro has a Swiss Ronda quartz movement, and the watch is rated water-resistant to a full 200 meters or 660 feet. The watch case is made from PVD-coated stainless steel, and Traser says the unidirectional bezel is made from carbon fiber, but it feels pretty much like hard plastic. The bezel has a little lume dot at 12 o'clock, and as you can see, the tritium tubes are on the hour and minute hands, with a smaller tube inside the red seconds hand. The little hour marking squares around the chapter ring also have tiny tritium tubes inside. Tritium has its pros and cons. In my experience, you need to be in very dark surroundings to actually see it, but it glows without needing an external charge of light. This unretouched photo was taken at f4.5 at ISO 1000, with the shutter open for a full 5 seconds just to get the tritium to show up, but it's far from overwhelming. This is a fairly comfortable watch to wear because it's relatively thin, and this NATO strap also makes it pretty comfortable. The back of the case is polished, which I find a bit incongruous on a dive sport watch like this. I think they probably should have left it brushed metal. The crown has 2 O-ring gaskets. It unscrews and has 2 positions. Pull it all the way out to set the time, and the seconds hand stops for hacking. There's a little bit of play in the minute and hour hand, as is the case with most quartz watches. You can quick set the date by placing the crown in the first position. This is all standard operating procedure for a quartz movement. This watch is fairly accurate. I set it to atomic time on July 30th, 2010 for a Buddy Guy birthday concert, and after that it sat in the watch box until February 25th, 2011, which is almost exactly 7 months later. It was running exactly 31 seconds fast at that time. So that's around 4 seconds per month, or about 1 second per week. The bezel is unidirectional, and it has very solid detents, but it's a little bit difficult to grasp. Let's take a look at mounting the watch on a NATO strap. This is a high-quality NATO strap with black-coated hardware. For more information on choosing NATO straps, read the webwatchworld.com article with photos and information on this topic. A NATO strap has 2 parts. The long strap and the short strap with 1 or 2 rings. Watch straps normally go on with a long tail out the bottom at 6 o'clock and the short head with a buckle at 12. At least that's the way I always think about it. So lay the strap down with the long tail on top, then simply feed the tail through the spring bar from the 12 o'clock side underneath the watch. Slide the watch all the way up on the long end. One advantage of a NATO strap is that if a spring bar breaks, the watch will hopefully stay on the strap, as you can see. Take the tail and then feed it through the spring bar at the 6 o'clock position and pull it through. Then feed the tail through the short end of the strap. Some NATO straps have 1 ring and some have 2 on this end. Pull the long end through and you're all set, and the watch sits on the 2 lengths of strap. I'll put on the watch, and the long end feeds through the rings. Then the extra length is fed back up through the rings, and what I usually do is spread the rings apart on both sides. That's all there is to it. So that's a quick look at the Traser Black Storm Pro. Be sure to read the full review with all the specifications, more photos, and details on webwatchworld.com. Thanks for watching.